It has been 3 years since I made a video about the custom Ebon Hawk that I made back in 2022. If you guys are unaware, the Ebon Hawk is the main ship, sort of like the Millennium Falcon of the video game Knights of the Old Republic, often just called KOTOR for short. And yeah, video game's really old, came out like very early 2000s. The game is incredible. I love it. The story is probably the best story, one of the best stories in Star Wars, definitely the best story whenever it comes to Star Wars video games. And it just, oh, it's so great. So in 2022, I had replayed the story and I got really inspired to make my own custom model of the Ebon Hawk, and that's exactly what I did. That's what I have here right now, and I've not made a video about it since. So, well, I've made shorts, like that's what I've actually, like I've made quite a bit of shorts, but as for long form videos, yeah, I basically just made the review of it, or like just, not review, but just showing it, and then did not make any more videos. And honestly, the model itself, I don't think it's, I think I've made like literally minor changes, as in like swapping out some bricks for different colors or stuff like that, but other than that, the model has not changed. The minifigures have taken a massive change. I think I did make an updated video about the minifigures now that I think about it. But I figured 3 years later, might as well just go through all of it, show you guys what I got going on here. I do get a lot of comments on my shorts and stuff being like, oh, like, where's the instructions? Can you make instructions? And the thing is, there are no instructions. Like I said, okay, so those are my parts bins. I literally just spent like 4 days going through, like, just using parts from my parts bins and making this model. So I'm kind of flattered that you guys are asking for instructions. Thank you, but unfortunately, I don't have them, and I'm not going to reverse engineer this to make instructions because I'm not that smart. I would break the model, and I would not have this anymore if I took it apart. So yeah, there's also a lot of illegal building techniques that I use to make it and just everything like that. So we're not going to do that. That being said, I am going to show you guys it. So let's just start off with the minifigures first. So we're first going to be taking a look at T3M4. He is like the main droid companion that you have in the game. I'm going to be honest, haven't played through the whole story since 2022, so if I forget things or mess things up, that's why. I have also played through KOTOR 2, and I did make a KOTOR 2 gang, but they're in storage right now. I'm not going to get them out. Also, I'm going to mention the Ebon Hawk is in both KOTOR 1 and KOTOR 2. And so is T3M4. He is in both games, and this is an incredible design for him. I did not design this myself. I got it online, so I literally looked up on like Safari or something. But this is perfect. It looks just like him. Whoever designed this, wow, they are talented because this is so good. Yeah, it literally looks just like him. Has the 4 legs, the disc sort of shaped head, the light of his eye or whatever, and just everything. It just looks so good. If you guys look at my original video, holy crap, that was a bad I tried, but it was bad, my custom T3M4. So this one's a lot better. I really enjoy this, and it's great to have because he's like the R2-D2 of KOTOR, honestly. So that's cool. And then to go with him, you have to have HK-47, a play on words of AK-47. He's an assassin droid, and yeah, this is custom by me. Yeah, I mean, I think it's fine. I think it does the job. There's really not much you can do whenever it comes to a minifigure of an assassin droid because I don't believe we have a mold of assassin droids in Lego. So I just took Tony Stark's body, or Iron Man's body and legs, gave him an extra stud on the bottom to make him taller because he's tall. And then I think I used this is Ultron's head backwards, and it worked because it has like the side slanted eyes, which is what a assassin droid has. So those are the 2 droids of the crew. And then this is actually not a character from the crew. This is actually a bounty hunter from the first game, Calo Nord. he's kind of like the Jango Fett, the Boba Fett sort of character. And so I really liked his design, and I was like, I feel like I could make a custom. I had the Bespin Guard torso, and I was like, I could totally make a custom Kalanord with this, and that's what I did. So yeah, I also I'm thinking about it. I did have a custom Darth Malik. I don't anymore because I took it apart because now I have the real Darth Malik figure. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, custom Kylo Nord. I think he looks really good. I did custom paint his arms here, just to give him that detail. The helmet also works perfectly. This is a white, I don't know, pod racing helmet with goggles that I had put black paper underneath, so it's like blacked out. And then his face is a clone face from the Clone Wars TV show. And then he has just two guns like that. So that's actually a perfect figure. I'm really happy about that. And now let's get into the main crew. So starting it off, we have the Mandalorian Candice Ordo. Dang. Yeah, pretty cool character. He has the like army, what's it called, flat top haircut. I did have to paint a brown piece gray for that, but it was definitely worth it because it's perfect for him. He has Finn's torso, just flesh colored arms. I did give him a belt there, you can see, belt piece, just tan pants. The face is just like a normal soldier face from like First Order soldiers, and I did custom make this gun for him. So there is Canderous. Oh boy, he's falling over, a little top heavy with that gun there. Next, we're gonna look at what's his name? Carthonasi. Let's get him off with a stand. Carthonasi, kind of the first companion you get in the game, other than T3. So a figure just fell in the background. Why does that keep on happening? I have this Bad Batch Black series that keeps on falling. Anyways, dang it, bro. So yeah, I believe he's the. You might get T3 before him, but I think you get T3 once you meet Karth. You meet Karth on Terrace, and he helps you out there. But I did custom paint the legs to give black boots and like it was supposed to be like shin guards or whatever, the brown there. Amy Sedaris' character from The Mandalorian, that's the torso we used for him. It's actually perfect. Pose face, slick back hair, dual pistols. That's Karth. So very nice. Oh, we need a Karth Black Series figure. They could totally do that. Be real simple to do. We need all these in Black Series, honestly. Next up, we have Juhani. I would say she's probably one of my favorites from the crew. I really like her character. I like her whole story. You could easily not get her in your crew on Dantooine if you kill her, which I don't recommend doing. She's such a good character, so interesting. She's a Cathar, so it's like that cat-like species. Very, very cool. So yeah, because she's a Cathar and there's never really been a Cathar in Lego, I took from like the Freemaker Adventures Lego series, took the evil girl's head, you can actually see it in the back here, flipped it around so it kind of works like the tattoo, like or not tattoo, but just like her stripes kind of thing. I took some yarn, hot glued it together, painted it gold, so she has like her ponytail there that literally comes out of the top of her head in the game. So Captain Panaka's torso, gray arms, like Han Solo's pelvis piece, and or hip piece, pelvis piece, and then gray legs. This, I really like that minifigure. That's a really good version or Lego interpretation of Juhani. Does she have a last name? I don't know. Juhani? I forget. Here we have Bastila, sort of like the main character aside from Revan in the game. She has a really interesting color outfit, which for a while I kind of was struggling to find a color that could replicate it the best until I came across this like peachy tan orange kind of color, and it really works well. So we have Rey's face, just brown hair. You can find this like in a Lego City set or something. Hera Syndulla's torso, another one of Han Solo's hip pieces, and then I was able to find the same color in legs recently. It's like a Harry Potter minifigure that has this kind of peach orange kind of color legs. So yeah, and then the torso or the saber, she should have a dual yellow lightsaber. I don't have yellow blades, so I'm using the old green color, and I don't have her dualed right now just because the display, that would like, it just wouldn't work having her having a dual saber. So then we got the main character, Revan. This is just kind of how I ran him. I saw a lot of people run him in the game because he is customizable as you play as him. This is just like the typical medium length, slick back hair, play through, you know, just has a random sort of like Jedi fit on. And of course, the purple lightsaber, which looks more like an indigo blue, but it is purple. It's from Mace Windu. I use the Winter Soldier's face. Prince of Persia hair there, Barriss Offee's Clone Wars torso, and then just black pants there. And then navy blue arms. So, pretty cool. We got Jolie Bindo, I think, honestly. Well, so Jolie Bindo is purist. Nothing about him is custom. I mean, I customly put the... I just realized something. Oh my gosh. I was looking for this head a lot forever, and I was like, I know I have this head. It's the head I'm using for this Jolie is from the 2019 Millennium Falcon or something, or 2016, 2015. It's Force Awakens Millennium Falcon. I couldn't find it for so long. It's just been on Jolie Bindo this whole time. I ended up getting another figure of it because I wanted to make a Javier Escuela from Red Dead 2 with that face. Anyways, I just had a conniption, guys. I'm sorry. What I was saying was, this is the only one that is nothing's, well, I guess Revan and Zalbar and Kander. Well, basically nothing's painted, but it just looks so much like Jolie Bindo as it is. Yeah, like I said, Millennium Falcon head there. We got Ki-Adi-Mundi Clone Wars torso. Like, that's what I mean, just like the Jedi robes and everything. This is just perfect. This is exactly the kind of robes that Jolie Bindo has. Dark brown legs to match, skin color, hands that match. There's the back. Blue lightsaber. Yeah, that figure is perfect. We have Mission Veo. I really like that character. I really like Mission. Obviously, Aayla Secura head and tassels. It works perfectly. Mission wears the exact same thing. Same headpiece as Aayla Secura, so that really works out well. Shirt is custom. She wears a dark gray vest, so I just painted the blue or the black shirt there. That actually looks really good. And then the legs are, I believe, from Frankenstein or Frankenstein's monster from the Halloween CMF, and I just acetoned off like the chain he had across his legs there. So this works nice because it's light gray pants with black boots. Yeah, as you can see, there's the chain. It had been going around the front, so I acetoned that hoe off. And then the last thing we have is Zalbar. And Zalbar is obviously... Okay, well, I just messed that up. Basically, he has two studs on his feet that are supposed to make him taller, but it didn't come off with the thing. So basically, Zalbar, just a normal Wookiee. He actually does wear a red harness, but you know what? I probably should custom make a harness for him, actually. That would be really cool. What's distinctive about him, though, is his katana. He does use a katana and obviously a crossbow. I don't know if y'all can see. There's my Black Series KOTORs. There's Zalbar. You can kind of see the red harness. So yeah, I probably should just go ahead and do that. And he also does have red tape on his katana most of the time. So he's definitely one that I could upgrade. But that's all of them. And yeah, like I said, guys, go back and watch my original video. They were not this good. I really upgraded them, and I'm really happy about it. And yeah, just here's all these. Also, I did recently find my Black Series Baby Yoda. That's crazy. He's like almost the same height as a minifigure. But this thing is so cute. I never even realized how like detailed and like how it actually does look like Grogu. That's a side note. Anyways, we're going to take a look now at the model itself. I made this model in 2022, custom built by me, like I said, similar to my Stinger Mantis. I kind of was just on a kick of building custom ships from my favorite video games that Lego is yet to make or possibly will never make. And you know, people always say they'll never make the Ebon Hawk. The thing is, they've made KOTOR things such as Darth Maul, or yeah, because Darth Maul's from KOTOR. No, they've made Darth Revan, which is the May the 4th exclusive figure that is hundreds of dollars. Actually, Toy Kingdom had that, and it literally was $400 for that minifigure. In recent years, this past year, they did make the exclusive Darth Malik, which actually, let me just show y'all that. I have him up here. There he is, exclusive Darth Malik. So they have made KOTOR products, but as for a full-blown set, I feel like because the game is so old and a lot of like newer Star Wars fans have probably never played through it, there's kind of a risk there making an entire full-blown set like this. At the same time, you know, people buy Lego all the time regardless if they even know what it's from, especially with Star Wars. People just buy it because it says Star Wars. And I do think if Lego made this into a set, they would probably bring a lot of people to the game, and you know, new fans and stuff. People want to learn about, well, what is the Ebon Hawk? What you know, who's Bastila? Who's Revan? You know, what happened with Malik? That kind of thing. So never say never. Honestly, same thing with Jedi Survivor and Cal Kestis. They did just make Cal Kestis as well. So it's like, girl, just give us the freaking Mantis. At the same time, I'm very happy with my customs. And they were really fun to make. And like I said at the time, this was just something I was doing. And yeah, so I literally sat down and built this for 4 days straight, just looking at reference photos and that sort of thing. And I am in no way an engineer or anything like that. So this was hard for me, but it was really fun. And I'm honestly, even today, I'm impressed with myself because, yeah, I use techniques and stuff that I would have never used whenever I was little, especially like, what the crap is snot, you know? Well, I used a lot of snot techniques in this build. So just stuff like that. Anyways, the first kind of thing is the color scheme. For me, I did light brown and light gray. Some people do crimson red. The thing is, it's the real color is sort of a mix of a brown and red. It just depends on the lighting that you see. It'll look more red, it'll look more brown. So I did brown. It definitely works, and yeah. So it also has these like 3 sort of jutting out brown parts here. So here's like the main one, which is very square, very boxy, and it's supposed to look like that. And then these ones are kind of more circular, and then they have this like weird, like, I don't know if that was supposed to be like windows, maybe people can go, and I think people can go in these sections in the real game. Unfortunately, you know, this is already as big, you know, so to make it so you could go inside. Well, honestly, I probably could have tried to make a really small little hallway, but I'm not to that level yet, let's just say that. But like things like this is all snot. These are brown bricks because I did not have enough like tiled brown. Same with this is snot, and I like that this is snot because it like seamlessly goes into the main like center of the ship. These are tiled as well. We got some bricks on the side here, more bricks on the side jutting out. We got windows as well. Windows all around there. This part, I was always really happy with this sort of like curved angled side piece that makes this sort of ventilation looking thing. I don't remember how I did that, but I just remember being like, dang, I'm happy I did that because it is a part of the ship and I did not know how I was going to correlate that into the build, but I did. Same thing on this side. We got the side brakes. We don't have it on this side because on this side it just has like this like flat gray part, which is also snot, and just like some more detailing there. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Also, of course, you can go into the main cockpit, and there's 1 seat and 1 control panel. No, in the real game, there would obviously be more. Oh, okay, literally, so like that's like hollow in the back there, but I just put like a, a pole of some sorts. I really don't know why I didn't leave that open. Maybe for stability or something. But yeah, just one seat up in there. You know, I worked with what I could. Just this panel comes off there. Just attach it like so. You can actually fit a lot of minifigures in there. I've shoved so many in there, but only one can really sit, you know. Only one has a seat. Main panel up here, got the turret that you can actually fire in the game. For some reason, it has like a dip of like black in the middle. So that's what I did there. This part was really hard to build because it's supposed to curve around. And so, yeah, I'm happy with how I was able to do that, you know. Does it look perfect? No, but it looks good enough, you know. Like, it does the job, which I was surprised with myself about that. We got turrets on the side, more greebling. Just, you know, getting that detail. It's all about the detail, y'all. It is all about the detail. Oh, wow. Tubes, I guess, you know. The ship kind of isn't, it's like kind of a hunk of junk, as most ships are in Star Wars. So that's kind of what I tried to represent here. Just greebling, panels, whatever, comes up, that sort of thing. The back here, I'm so paranoid. If I break this thing, I'm committing arson. I'm kidding, that's a joke. I'm violating the Geneva Conventions if this thing breaks. Anyways, the back here I'm really happy with. I don't know how the crap I was able to do this, but it got done and it's beautiful. It's magnificent, guys. So we got the two engines. Obviously, it has two massive engines in the back. And then in the game, it has these kind of coned pieces that go up with like a, and then they extend to the main front there. And I was able to represent that beautifully, guys. Look at that from the back. That's like, that is the Ebon Hawk. That is the Ebon Hawk. Oh my goodness. The thing is, I keep it displayed over there so you can never really see the back. And once I'm looking at this back, I'm like, dang, this back is nice. So, honestly, don't remember where I got those pieces from. Oh, I think that these big pieces, and then these are from the same set, the escape pod from like 2012 maybe, that sort of thing. It also, so it's like more flat up here, and then it goes up, which is how the ship's designed. Again, don't know why, it really is a hunk of junk, but a hunk of junk that I perfected. I really did. And then it's the same sort of thing on this side, just more greebling. This goes up. And yeah, it's not perfectly symmetrical, but it's not supposed to be. And then we got the turrets up front as well, and the same sort of tube situation going on. I like this nice, like, yeah, and it goes up to the rest of the brown. So then we're back to the front. I'm gonna go back to the back and I'm gonna show y'all the miniature interior, because yes, I did try to add an interior to this ship, even though the engineering and everything about it is still being questioned by scientists to this day. Archaeologists are still trying to understand the engineering behind how I built this. That being said, I was able to come through. Mother came through and gave us an interior. So to access the interior, you simply just lift this panel off. And boom, we got in. And this does show that this was a last minute thing, because as you can see, you know, it's a little rough, but you know, I gave it a brown wall, and we got a little, what is that? Well, it kind of looks like a sink with the way the brown kind of comes out. So we got a sink. We got a sink right there. We got a bed. We got a chest. Got a little bit of room. And the cool thing is about this, to be honest, is you can place a minifigure inside, standing up, and then you can just close it up. Forget how I closed it. Oh, gotta go a little higher up here. Gotta go a little higher, and then boom. So you can close it up, and yeah, the minifigure stands in there. There's actually a little hole. Let's see if we can see it. You see him? Callow Nord? Is that him? So that's that side. Oh gosh. I just like punched one of the support stands on the bottom of the ship. Almost went down. Almost went down. Same exact thing on this side. That uses that's what holds it in place. This one's looking a little better, I think, or a little cleaner. I think I was trying to make like a hollow table sort of thing. There's like a hologram of somebody. Got another basket there. So yeah, you know, it's not much. It's definitely not as big as the real Ebon Hawk's interior would be. But for what I was working with, I tried my best. You try your best and you don't succeed. So yeah, also, the thing is raised, obviously, and that is because we do have some beautiful stands there. Clear stands. We got some more supports there. Why does this side not have a support? Huh. That, you know, this side really should have a support because she low-key sagging. You know, it used to be this side didn't have a support, and this would sag so bad because the ship is heavy. I use a lot of parts. The thing's very dense because I did not know what I was doing. So the whole thing's really filled. That's why the interior is limited because, you know, I filled the baby up. That being said, I really should get some supports on this side because she low-key, okay, just look. Okay, it's not horrible actually. Well, wait, you can see better. I don't know if you guys see that, but it's moving a little bit. I need to get supports there. But the thing's, you know, it's relatively sturdy-ish. Honestly, the bundle's not too sturdy, but like I can pick it up and move it and it does not break. Like nothing falls off. But, you know, if you threw it, oh, it wouldn't just snap, like a couple parts would break, it would shatter. So that's what I mean. Like, you know, you could move it, you could switch it maybe, but you gotta have like 5 points of contact on the ship whenever you move it. And also, yeah, if this fell off the table, the hull is shattering. The hull is shattering. So that being said, that's my ship, guys. That's the Ebon Hawk, the custom Ebon Hawk. I really do love this thing. You know, the more I think about it, it's kind of is like looking back at an old art project. Like, but I'm just so happy about it. Like, it really is an art project. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, guys. Lego is art. You know, it's a creative outlet. It's something that you can use your imagination to create anything you want with, and this is an example of that, guys. I'm in no means a builder, but I'm gonna be honest, this thing is fire. My cousin, who's like 30, he grew up playing KOTOR, and he came into my room and he was like, oh, is that the Ebon Hawk? And to me, that was just the coolest thing ever, because I'm like, yes, it is the Ebon Hawk, and also, like, it's custom, and that's just so cool that you, like, recognized it, you know, because it's not, like, it's not a real Lego set, obviously. It's just something I made. So, that was really sick. Yeah, again, sorry to those who want instructions. You ain't finna get them. You ain't finna get them, because this, it would just, I can't do that, guys. I cannot do that. But, feel free to make your own, and definitely use techniques and stuff, or, you know, inspiration, from this, if you want to. You know, that's sick. And if you do end up making your own, please make a video about it and show me, or tag me, or, you know, comment and be like, hey, I made a video, and I will definitely go look at it. I love looking at other people's custom Ebon Hawks. That's something I also did with the Stinger Mantis, was look at people's customs, because it's really cool. So anyways, guys, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to hit peace. To hit peace. Make sure to hit peace, guys. And then I'm going to actually go ahead and, just before I forget, I'm going to add some more support on that side. To give her more support, she needs support. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit peace, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. I did it.